Welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Jay Andrews, and this time's not the Mississippi Madman, but 1/3 of the Abbey Street Boot Boys, Mr. Shakey McMullen. So, we're going to do another bit of a ramble session, just talk a little bit of wrestling, maybe promote the events that are coming up, and maybe get a little history on the Abbey Street Boot Boys. What do you think?
Hey, let's do it.
Awesome. So, you been watching any wrestling lately?
As of last 2 weeks or so, just the only thing I've been watching is WWE, but I need to watch a little more, try to get clips.
All right, what have you watched?
Saw bits and pieces of Raw and SmackDown last week, saw Backlash Sunday, I watched Raw Monday night, and then I missed out on SmackDown, so I'm going to watch that tonight.
All right, let's talk about Backlash. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I've heard some different things. I've heard good things, bad things. So let's see. What's your point of view on it? Are you coming at it from a wrestling fan or an internet fan?
I'm coming at it as being both a wrestling fan and being in the business. But the wrestling fan part of me is like, there was only really two good matches of the two good matches, and one of which was sloppy.
What was that?
Well, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens was great. Like, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Might have learned a few things or two from that. The other one was Nakamura and Ziggler, and it was not what everyone expected it to be, and everybody had high hopes for it.
Yeah,
and it didn't match those hopes.
You just touched on what I was going to say. Okay, what if you didn't have high hopes for it? What was the match like?
If you didn't have high hopes for it, it was good. I mean,
because I saw a lot of people fussing over it compared to what he's had in Japan and compared to the Sami Zayn match and blah blah blah. They were bashing it, but then also I saw fans that just like, there were some people that just watch wrestling for wrestling. They have no. And they were putting, man, it was a great match. I loved it. Probably my favorite match on the show. And then I saw like this guy from, the internet wrestling community. Oh, but you should have compared to what it could have been and all this. And I'm like, sometimes you don't compare things what it could be. You just compare to things what they are. And if that's what you're doing, was it good?
Yeah, well, I mean, something I've noticed. I like Nakamura a lot. Like,
yeah,
charisma wise, he's got.
I don't get it personally. Like
buttloads of charisma.
Yeah,
he's very out there, and it makes money, obviously.
Right.
But something I've noticed from watching his matches and stuff, that like I've heard his match was sloppy with Ziggler.
Yeah.
And something I noticed with Nakamura is, if you watch like his the way he wrestles is kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
But it's more of strong style is what it's meant to look like. It looks real. It's supposed to look real.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be the realest you can get.
I hit you hard.
Yeah. and that's exactly what it was. So, I mean, as far as folks calling it, it's a sloppy match, well, I mean, you
make you say that about others.
Yeah, seriously. By a lot of others.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it. And I honestly, I'm not a huge Nakamura fan, and it's just not a guy I watch.
For shame.
But I don't get it.
They will burn you for that.
I don't get it. Like, I like the entrance, and like his matches are good. Like, they're fine. It's just like I'm waiting for that holy crap moment. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And obviously everybody has different opinions and different things. I mean, not everybody's a fan of Bastion Booger, and I am. So.
Is that why you love me?
Yeah, it could be. So, I mean, that that just says my tastes are very different than your normal wrestling fan. But
yeah,
and it's not a knock to him. I mean, it's working, so do it. But I don't get it. I
mean, like everybody's got their own tastes.
Right. But now I wasn't the biggest Michael Jackson fan. I wasn't the biggest Queen fan. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, the things he's referencing, he's playing off of. I mean, like, okay, yeah, that's.
It's like as far as wrestling though, like everybody has their own tastes as far as wrestling, and like mine is like I like the technical standpoint of wrestling. I really love it, and like some people just don't like that, keeping it to the ground, keeping it technical kind of stuff.
That Dean Malenko kind of style.
Yep. But like some folks like the flippy floppy.
I mean, I'm a flippy floppy guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen your work. It's like all flippy floppy.
All flippy floppy. Flippy slippy sloppy maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I'm more of a, like, I like the character of Nakamura better than you know, like he was something and he does something completely different and got it over. You know, that's the part I like about him. But I mean, to me, it's just another guy doing the same stuff. You know. So, was there a match maybe or segment or anything on Backlash that you were like, yeah, this probably gonna be good, but it turned out to be really good?
Oh, the like a moment that I didn't think was gonna be good.
Like just moment, match, whatever. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, but is there something you're like, I read it on paper and I'm like, oh crap, not this, and then you watch it, and you're like, hey.
Is over. You hear me? Like, Undercover Breeze is the best thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen any of it.
It was hilarious. Come out mopping in a bald cap that was horribly put on and a broom mustache. It
sounds funny.
It was like it's right up your alley. I tell you that. It was like one of those mustaches where like if you do this, it does this, and he comes out mopping the dagnab ramp, and he gets in the ramp when he gets tagged in. He's mopping and he trips up the Usos with the mop, and then he disappears, and then when he reappears, he's Grandma Breeze, and it's the funniest thing ever.
I'll tell you, when I first saw, I think they were on Raw when they first put them together, and I was like, and this was before they done anything, you know, the comedy stuff, the Fashion Police, or any of that crap. They just came out as Fandango and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, these, if they do this right, this could be this generation's version of when the Roadie and Rockabilly got together. I mean, that was my actual thought, because, you know, they took two guys in Jesse James and Billy Gunn, who were destined to be lower card guys in that role, and they turned them into something that was main event.
So you're expecting Breezango to be the next Outlaws?
I had. Now, do I now? Probably not. More like next 3MB.
Probably. Hey, they doing pretty good. 3MB doing pretty good. I don't know why, but they are.
But
Heath, I could see. Drew, I could see. Jinder, I don't like Jinder. I just don't.
I like the resurrection story of Jinder, you know.
Royds does that.
Royds had nothing to do with it. I mean, the Singh brothers aren't roided out, and they're being pushed too, you know.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I just love the fact that, you know, gone, fired, came back, looked great, you know, and, you know, whether it was roids or he was eating protein and Pop-Tarts, you know.
Protein and Pop-Tarts. Hashtag.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts and protein, whatever. Sorry, Bubbler. But I mean, whichever the case is, the guy left, put in a lot of work, because I don't care. You can shoot steroids and you can make milkshakes with them. If you don't hit the gym, you're not going to look like he does. So regardless if steroids are the case, you know.
Steroid milkshakes.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Yeah.
You know what?
It's coming to a, what's the healthy milkshake place? Smoothie King? Coming to a Smoothie King near you. Steroid milkshakes. Steroid shakes. That's what they're called. Yeah.
Vitamin S.
Yeah, made with almond milk. Shout out to Chuck.
Made with silk.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's just one of those things, man. Like, the guy put the work in to look better, whether how he got it or not. What I find hilarious is that here in America, he's super heel. He's bum rushing people. It's 3-on-1 attacks, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then they shoot the babyface promo in India, and he's like, "I hope I'm making y'all proud, India. I'll continue my ways to show that, you know." I'm like,
the India.
Oh, promo. It's great. Like, it's in their language.
Okay, Punjabi.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know it. I don't want to say anything.
Punjabi.
But I just find it hilarious that it's that 1980s. You know, we're gonna do good. I'm gonna do my best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like. And this is just me looking at stuff through my eyes. I'm like, you're cutting this babyface promo to the people of India and you're going, I hope I'm making you proud. I'm going to continue doing it for India, blah, blah. And then you're like sneak attacking and it's 3-on-1s. And I'm like, is that what makes the people in India proud? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, come on. Like, that's got to say something. And that's just me being stupid. But that was the first thing I noticed. I'm like,
he's doing whatever he can to bring pride back to the Indian nation.
Yeah, that was it. So, I mean, I'm a Jinder Mahal fan. I think it's awesome that he's there. I'm not a jump on the bandwagon guy.
No.
Like when he first came back on Raw, when he was doing the whatever, trying to get the job or whatever it was, I was like, man, this guy looks phenomenal. You know, like I guess I never paid him any attention. You know, even the three-man band or whatever he done before that, because I don't watch a lot of WWE. I catch it, you know, sporadically. But I was like, man, this guy.
Yeah.
Like did I think they'd put the WWE belt on him or whatever? No, like, but I was like, man, this guy could make a hell of a run with the Intercontinental belt or something, you know, like he could be that upper mid card villain, man, because he looked phenomenal.
Definitely. Or put the US title on him. That you want to heel, there's your heel.
Yeah, so I mean,
do what he did with Rusev.
Yeah, so I mean, that was my whole thought, was like, this guy could be money, you know, on a high mid card level. So
yeah,
I was excited about that. But let's talk about Boo Boys. So let's get some shaky history.
Shaky history?
Yeah, like.
Well, unfortunately, that history is shaky.
How'd you get your start?
Let's
take it back. Why did you want to become a wrestler? And don't give me, it's me and my grandpa watched it and Granny watched it on Saturday mornings and I wanted to be Hulk Hogan, and don't give me that. Like
the reason why I want to be a wrestler is because I like entertaining people. I really do. Like even though I know I'm not as much character as my brother and my other partner, I do enjoy entertaining folk.
Yeah.
Now, what got me into wrestling was you were close. My uncle, he was he was a wrestler in the 80s. He was a barnyard wrestler, but he was a wrestler.
What was his name? Barnyard Billy.
He had you were close. He had a couple, Zorro and Cowboy Bill, not Watts.
Just Cowboy Bill.
Just Cowboy Bill, and he like he got me into it, and I just wanted to be a wrestler since then. It was just intriguing to me. So, you know, when I got the opportunity, I jumped on it. You know, when I was in high school, I saw the Battle Zone, and I thought about going down there, but I am very much an introvert. I am very much a hermit, and don't like going out to places. And so the introvert part of me wanted to stay at home.
Yeah.
And I did.
I can tell you, probably the time you first heard about Battle Zone, it was probably really great. I saw a lot of guys. I saw a lot of guys come through there. Jimmy Rave came through there. Luke Hawks came through there. Kevin Northcutt, John Saxon. Brother Love was great. AC Brown, which is Malik Avalon now up in the Northeast. A lot of guys came through the Battle Zone.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. Toward the dying days of it, it was what it was.
Yeah. Part of me wanted me. Part of me now wanted to go. Wants to if I could rewind time, I would. I would go back and I would start it then instead of, when I'm just 31 or 30 and starting this thing. I would have started back when I was in high school, and I was
So tell us about the first independent wrestling show you saw.
First independent wrestling show I saw was Pro Wrestling.
All right, lay it on us. Hang on. Sorry, Chuck.
And the camera.
Oh shit! edit. No editing. Sorry, folks. It's gonna be shaky. In two more ways. All right.
Are we good?
We'll see until it falls.
Okay.
So,
but
Ego Wrestling. Ego.
It was me and my brother went to work security because we met Charles West.
Okay.
Who was one of the big guys at Ego at the time, and he said, "Well, you should come to the show." it's in Minnetonka. I was like, well, that's where I'm from. I'll go. I didn't know there was wrestling around. And we went and watched the show and did security and ended up meeting a bunch of folks. Barry, Nightmare, Raphael King, and Devin Nicole, and like who else? I can't remember right off the top
Jeremiah
of my
Plunkett?
head.
Or was that the show he was at? Drew Haskins?
Maybe. Did I meet Plunkett at that show?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I've run too many events.
I've been dropped on my head way too many times to remember stuff like this. But after the show, we met with you, and you told us that you train us, and we started training. And from then, me and Chuck kind of helped take reins with Ego as best we could, and helped out.
A lot of work.
And we
Absolutely.
busted our tail to try to make things better.
Lack of a better term.
Like production value, like me focusing more on the production value of things than anything. So like if you see me at a show and I'm looking all frustrated and stuff,
doing 12 things at one time.
It's because he likes to wait. He likes to wait on the production side of things, and that puts the stress on me. And
do you remember any match? Like, do you remember oh man, were you watching that event and did you see one thing? I was like, yeah, I've got to do this with these guys. Like, was there a match?
It was just all of it, man. It was
just the spot of ooh shit wrestling.
It was just all of it. It wasn't the first live event I've ever been to. I've been to WWE,
right.
I've been to TNA, but this was my first indie show, and even with it wasn't a huge crowd. It was a local crowd.
Yeah.
But the energy was there, and I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it.
So I tell people, if you can go to a smaller event, even if it's bad, if you'll just go to have fun,
right,
you'll have a much better experience at a bad indie show with an open mind and the attitude I'm going to have fun than you will be if you go to WWE house show and sit. Unless you're the first row, it don't matter.
Well, I've got friends that are definitely not into wrestling whatsoever. Yeah. They see it as stupid, and they have their own opinion, and I whoop their tail for it every single time. But they have been to an Ego show. They have been to a local show, and some of them have come back for more. A lot of them have told me, if we didn't have personal lives and social lives, which it sounds like a cop out to me, but we would be at more shows.
I mean, there's definitely that group of people that, hey, we just needed something to do, and they can come have fun, And
I've also met folks who have never seen wrestling, never watched wrestling, who have, with that being said, never been to a live event.
Yeah.
And they come to one of our shows, and they are immediately wrestling fans. Yeah. Some of which go, I want to train and do this.
Yeah.
Now, do they make it or not?
Probably not.
No, probably not. But they give it a try,
at
least, And they got they got my respect for that,
Right.
But it's not for everybody. Entertainment part of it should be for everybody. It's a lot of fun.
All right, tell me about your first match.
First match was against my brother.
Okay.
And
now, what was your name?
My name was Big Bear Bunyan, and I was the Lucha Lumberjack. And
sounds like a great name.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
That was actually me that came up with that. You came up with the gimmick. I came up with the name because I said if I'm doing this, I'm gonna stick to the wrestling trope of the triple initials. So I was Triple B.
Be third.
Now Triple B, Triple H gets it. I might as well, right? But and then Chuck was Chris Generico.
Best name ever. I'm sorry, that's the best name ever.
And it was a lot of fun, and we did a lot better than we both thought we would on our first match. In all honesty,
where was it?
It was in Clinton at Indian Lanes,
gotcha.
And we did a lot better than we thought we would, and we didn't know if we were ready or not, and it was kind of a last minute situation, and we went in there and we did what we had been talking about doing. First match, separate my shoulder. Because my big tail wants to go, oh yeah, DDT, I'm going to plant myself. Whack. No, I folded over, landed on my shoulder, and then I ring announced the rest of the night with a separated shoulder. And I didn't know it was separated. I just knew I was in pain. I said, I'm going to pop this sucker back in.
It's a fun time.
The entire show, I'm in so much pain, and ring announcing, I didn't know what I was going to do. I got home and don't remember driving home.
Yeah.
And then I went to the doctor the next day, and he says,
awesome.
yeah, you separated it. It's not as bad as, it's not super serious, but...
Just enough to make it hurt?
Yeah, just enough to make it hurt. I need you to take a couple weeks off from wrestling. I said, hey, first match, let's go, right? I said, hey, couple weeks, that's when my next match is. Let's do this.
All right, I got we'll wrap this up. Do a little, just quick, favorite match for you that you've been in, not watched, but been in.
Me versus Ray Fury when we went to OWO.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. Me and one of my best friends getting in the ring and tearing it up. And I got to test out heel Shakey,
Yeah.
And it went fantastically. And me and Fury tore it down.
That's good.
And it was just so much fun. It was so much fun.
Worst match you've been in?
Something I got to think about.
And it doesn't have to be like, maybe it was a good match, you just felt bad or whatever, or everybody just asked for the best. Like, I'm just curious. Let's do it differently. Obviously it involved you being in it, so
Thanks. Appreciate that. Mr. I never watch your matches. Y'all are the only match we don't watch.
You may be the reason for that.
Well, let's see. I remember getting super frustrated in a match, also with Fury, but it was when me and Chuck tagged against Fury and Max Glory.
Agents of Justice.
R.I.P.
Max Glory.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, wonderful wrestlers. This was like their second match, I think.
Yeah.
And
just one of those matches where things just didn't go.
Yeah, I got super frustrated because I watched the match from the apron, and I saw things, and I was just like, oh God, I wanted to get in there and correct things, and I may have overcorrected.
But now, in their defense, this was like y'all's fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh match.
Yeah, we went.
It's not like y'all were 5-year veterans.
Yeah, we weren't vets for sure, but it was but you see mistakes, and that they can't be helped, but they're still part of your brain.
And they're so small, they shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but not necessarily small neither, but it just happens. Yeah. And you just got to go with the flow, and something I learned, you got to get over that frustration.
That's it.
Definitely. And like I said, nothing against anybody in that match, because we all get better. We all got better.
Absolutely.
They definitely got better.
Yeah.
Again, poor Max.
Yeah.
But Fury,
sad, man.
Fury definitely has, I believe, hit his stride, and he's just doing nothing but going up.
There you go. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. You got anything to promote?
One more thing.
Right.
I got to ask you one more thing. When you going to give me my match with John Davis? Because I kind of want that. I've been injured for the last year. I'm finally coming back. I know things. I know he's a busy man. I get it. But I love John Davis, and I've seen my tag partners have matches with him too, and I kind of feel left out.
John Davis is one of those guys, if you feel frog, you jump. So I'm going to leave it at that. And
in my case, it'd be a bullfrog.
Okay. And so we're going to leave it with that. Anything to promote?
Canton this weekend, which I don't know when you're going to put this up.
Soon.
Canton this weekend.
This weekend or last weekend.
Truth.
So it is May 27th in Canton, Saw Park. Memorial Meltdown. No, Memorial Mayhem.
Meltdown was done.
Yep, Meltdown got canceled.
Yep.
It melted down.
Yeah, literally.
So,
what's June 24th?
June 24th,
Hideaway. Yep.
Absolutely. And June 2nd, Vossburg. We're doing camp with Heart of David Ministries, Ignite Sports, Ted DiBiase Sr., Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yep.
So if you're anywhere near the Vossburg, Laurel, Sandersville,
down south.
Yeah, down in that area, and you pay to go to this camp, come check us out. If you didn't pay to go to this camp, you can't see us. So, sorry,
True.
Vossburg.
Might have to wait for the videos to come out.
Yeah, but if you like it, and you want us in Vossburg again, shoot us a message.
You got to do that. You got to do the proper YouTube trope. Give a thumbs up, like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Hit the little bell up in this corner over here. Yeah,
right there.
that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Or over there.
It's wherever. There's a bell around here somewhere. Hit that bell.
All right, guys. For Jay Andrews, Ego on break. Shakey McMullen. Later.